People think heartbreak is loud, that it shatters you all at once. But mine was quiet. It came in a single message, on an ordinary night, in a city that never noticed. Tokyo kept moving. Cars passing, people laughing, lights glowing. And me? I felt like I had stopped. I thought I knew where my life was going. I thought love meant forever. But sometimes, forever ends without warning. The next morning, life kept moving, like nothing had happened, until a letter arrived, soft pink, slightly crumpled, and written in a handwriting I knew by heart. Grandma. Mom didn't say much. She never does. But the way she looked at me, it felt like she understood everything I couldn't say. You should go. It'll do you good. And maybe she was right. The train felt different from the city. Slower, quieter, like it was giving me time to think. Buildings faded into fields, fields turned into mountains, and somewhere along the way, the weight in my chest felt lighter. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I remember what I saw. Grandma's garden, sunlight, and a version of me smiling. And then, there she was. Grandma Sachi. She didn't ask questions, didn't mention the sadness in my eyes. She just hugged me, like I had never left. When I arrived, the air felt different. Warmer, softer, real. The path to Grandma's house was just as I remembered. Covered in moss, wrapped in silence. And then, there she was. Grandma Sachi. She didn't ask questions, didn't mention the sadness in my eyes. She just hugged me, like I had never left. And somehow, that was enough. That evening, I washed my face by the window. The water was cold, but it felt refreshing. Cicadas sang outside, and for the first time in days, my thoughts grew quiet. That night, I slept on a soft futon. The ceiling fan turned slowly, like it had all the time in the world. No noise, no pressure, just silence that didn't hurt. I woke up to a smell I hadn't felt in years. Warm, rich, comforting. Grandma was cooking. Her hands moved gently, cutting, stirring, shaping, like every meal carried a memory. Ramen, hamburgers, simple things. But somehow, they felt like home. I didn't realize how hungry I was until the first bite. It wasn't just food. It was warmth. It was childhood. It was everything I didn't know I needed. Then, a knock. Soft, gentle, almost hesitant. When I opened the door, he was standing there. Haru. He held 2 glass bottles of milk and a quiet smile. There was something calm about him, like he didn't need to try to belong. We didn't say much. Just a few words, a small exchange. But for some reason, it stayed with me. As the days passed in the quiet countryside, Yui slowly began to heal. The peaceful village air, the gentle sounds of nature, and evenings spent cooking beside her grandmother brought a calm she had not felt in a long time. This time after her heartbreak, food tasted warm and comforting again, and those simple evenings became the happiest part of her day. Every evening, Haru arrived at the house, carrying fresh milk from his family's dairy farm. They never truly spoke, only exchanged soft, shy smiles at the doorway before he quietly left. Grandma casually mentioned that he was the son of the dairy farm owner, but somehow that small detail stayed in Yui's mind longer than expected. One evening, Yui watched him walk away beneath the fading sunset, her heart strangely unsettled. Her past heartbreak had left invisible cracks inside her. After that, I started seeing him everywhere. At the shrine, on quiet roads, under skies that felt endless. And slowly, those small moments began to matter. That evening, Yui went out to explore the village and was mesmerized by the breathtaking scenery around her. The peaceful river, golden fields, and cool breeze felt completely different from the noisy city life she had left behind. She posted a few pictures on social media and decided that the next day she would spend more time wandering around the village. The following afternoon, Yui went near the riverside fields to do some sketching. Sitting there with her notebook in hand made her feel unexpectedly calm and happy. While exploring nearby, she noticed Haru feeding the calves at his family's dairy farm. Haru looked surprised to see her there and greeted her with a shy smile before inviting her to help. Yui hesitated at first, but feeding the calves together turned out to be strangely fun and comforting. As the sun began to set, Haru quietly walked her back home through the peaceful village paths. Later that evening, Yui and her grandmother cooked dinner together, laughing softly as warm aromas filled the small kitchen. The food tasted incredibly delicious, and for the first time in a long while, Yui felt truly relaxed. That night, lying in bed beneath the soft glow of moonlight, Yui thought about how peaceful everything in the village felt. Without realizing it, she had even sketched Haru in her notebook. She found herself thinking about him more and more. Somehow, they kept meeting again and again by coincidence. We shared ice cream, walked without destination, and talked about things that didn't feel heavy. With him, I didn't have to explain myself. I could just be. We rode through open fields, the wind brushing past us, like the world was gently moving again. And somewhere along the way, I started laughing, not forcing it, not pretending, but truly laughing. At night, we would sit under the stars, talking, or sometimes not talking at all. And in that silence, I felt understood. I didn't notice when it happened, but the pain, it started to fade. The heaviness, the emptiness, it wasn't gone, but it wasn't controlling me anymore. The village festival came quietly, just like everything else here. Lights, laughter, soft music in the air. Standing there, beside him, I realized something. I wasn't broken anymore. That night, I wrote to Mom, not about the pain, not about the past, but about the wind, the food, the quiet happiness I had found, and about him, in a way I didn't need to explain. As the days passed in the quiet countryside, Yui slowly began to heal. The peaceful village air, the gentle sounds of nature, and evenings spent cooking beside her grandmother brought a calm she had not felt in a long time. For the first time after her heartbreak, food tasted warm and comforting again, and those simple evenings became the happiest part of her day. Yui had slowly fallen in love with the simple evenings she spent cooking beside her grandmother. The tiny kitchen filled with warmth, laughter, and delicious aromas as they prepared meals together. After dinner, the two often went on peaceful evening walks through the quiet village roads, surrounded by glowing lanterns, soft wind, and the soothing sound of insects in the fields. Those little moments made Yui feel closer to her grandmother than ever before. That night, before sleeping, Yui opened her diary and wrote about her days in the village, the peaceful mornings, the riverside sketches, the warm meals, and the shy dairy farm boy who kept appearing in her thoughts. The next morning, Yui and her grandmother woke up early to prepare a special breakfast for Haru as a thank you for always helping and walking her home. Haru arrived carrying fresh milk as usual, and when he tasted the breakfast, his face lit up with genuine happiness. Seeing him enjoy the food made Yui secretly smile. Later that day, the village became lively with preparations for the evening festival. Grandma and Yui spent hours together making freshly shaped onigiri for everyone attending the celebration. As the sky slowly turned orange, Yui found herself waiting excitedly for the festival to begin, not only because it was beautiful, but because deep inside, she knew it might be her last evening spending time with Haru before leaving the village. I didn't expect the village to feel like this. So alive, yet so gentle. Lanterns glowing like tiny stars, laughter floating in the air, and music, soft enough to feel, not hear. For a moment, I just stood there, watching everyone, smiling so easily. It felt distant, like happiness was something I could see, but not quite touch. And then, he found me. Haru. He didn't say anything special. He just smiled and held out his hand. Such a small gesture, but somehow it felt like an invitation. Not just to the festival, but to this moment, to this feeling, to life. We walked through the crowd together, the lights reflected in his eyes. And for the first time, I noticed how warm they were. We shared simple things, festival food, sweet candy, quiet laughter. Nothing extraordinary, yet everything felt special. Somewhere between the music and the glow of the lanterns, I forgot about the past. I forgot about the pain, the message, the heartbreak. All that existed was this moment, this night, this soft, glowing happiness. And him, standing beside me. They say festivals are meant to celebrate something, but I think this one wasn't about tradition. It was about healing, because in the middle of all this light, I realized something. I wasn't broken anymore, not completely healed, not perfectly okay, but I was smiling, and this time, it was real. I looked at him, wanting to say something, anything, but some feelings don't need words, because in that quiet moment, under a sky full of lanterns, I knew this place, this night, and him, they found me when I didn't even know I was lost. The morning after the festival felt strangely quiet, like the village already knew I was leaving. Grandma made breakfast softly, just like every morning. But today, every little moment felt heavier. The sound of chopsticks, the steam from the soup, the sunlight falling across the table. I wanted to remember all of it. After breakfast, I packed my suitcase slowly, as if moving carefully could stop time from passing. And then, I looked at the letter again, the one meant for Haru. I rewrote it 3 times, trying to hide feelings that kept slipping between the words. Grandma walked me outside with the same gentle smile she always had, but this time, her eyes looked softer. So, I gave her the small gift I bought in Tokyo. It wasn't enough to thank her for bringing warmth back into my heart, but I hoped she understood. And then, Haru came, standing there quietly, like he always did. The morning wind moved through his hair, and suddenly, saying goodbye felt harder than I imagined. So instead of saying everything I felt, I gave him the letter, because some feelings are easier to write than to speak out loud. Neither of us said the words we wanted to say, but somehow, in that quiet moment, I think we both understood. Maybe this goodbye wasn't an ending. Maybe it was just a promise that somewhere in the future, our paths would meet again.